Ahoy, Civ fans, and welcome to today's Firaxis Livestream.
Driver Carl Harrison from Firaxis QA. Hey, Carl, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing great, Pete, thank you.
And also joining us today is Bradley Olson, who is the multiplayer designer for Civ 6. He is the guy who actually designed this scenario. How are you doing today, Bradley?
Yar and hello. I'm doing great today.
Awesome. So today we are going to play the Pirates scenario that Bradley, you created for Civ 6. This is coming out in the next game update that'll be available tomorrow. So we thought we would walk you guys through one of these multiplayer games so that you would get a chance to see how it's going. So Bradley, tell us a little bit about what this scenario is and what the objective of it is.
Yeah, sure. So the pirate scenario is a fast, competitive multiplayer game for 1 to 4 players. It takes place during the age of piracy, which is kind of the 17th century. It plays quite a bit differently than a traditional Civilization 6 game. You only control a limited number of ships. You start out with your single, recently liberated flagship there, and you can see that it is quite a bit more powerful than a traditional Civilization unit. See, it's got 300 hit points, so it can last a little longer in your battles. But over time,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and over time, you'll slowly gather a small fleet of ships that you play together as.
And the objective is to kind of sail around the Caribbean doing piratey things. Like, for example, we know Captain Kidd has buried a treasure up here, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Carl, if people wanted to see the rules for this scenario and figure out what's a little bit different, there's some help that we've put in the game for them to see, correct?
Yes, that's right. So when you start the game, this is all you'll see. But if you open the pause menu, we have a how to play section here. This is also accessible from the main menu, the main multiplayer menu. There is a matchmaking play pirates button, and next to it is a little question mark icon that will open this as well. And you can open this to see how to play the game. We recommend that everybody start here and read through this so that you know what you're doing. And then when we get to the last page, we can see all of the sources of points in the game, and that's the goal. Earn the most score and stay alive in the 60-turn turn limit.
Okay, so while Carl's sailing up to get that treasure in just a minute, Bradley, this reminds me of another pirate game that Firaxis has done before.
Yeah, if you may have heard of them, Sid Meier's Pirates were pretty classic games. This scenario has certain aspects of it that are really inspired by those games. I had a lot of fun back in the 80s playing it on my Commodore 64 when I was younger. But to be clear, it is quite a bit different because you are playing in a turn-based multiplayer environment, which is a bit of a difference.
Okay, so with Carl pillaging that treasure that was at sea there, he's also discovered a relic. Carl, what are relics in this game?
Pirate relics are kind of like great works that you can equip. They each have a special effect. This one makes it so that when I pillage a trade ship, I will get additional gold, and it makes my flags look more tattered. So I've zoomed in here on the ship. We can see it in all its glory with its black sails and its glorious banners waving in the wind, which is a great detail that was added for this scenario specifically. And now if I go in and equip that relic, you can see there's 3 slots, and you'll get lots of these over the course of the game, or you might get very few depending on your luck. But you can equip up to 3 at once, and now those banners are more tattered.
And your ship is all ready to go. Now, what's cool about this scenario is that at the start of it, you pick one of 4 different pirate factions to play. So we are playing as the Hoarders, right?
Yes, that's correct. So I have reduced unit maintenance. I get more points for burying treasure, which I want to wait to do until later in the game and save as much treasure, as much gold as I can at once, because I get interest on my gold reserves. And then lastly, I get a special chain shot ability that takes all movement points away from the targeted unit.
So we'll get a chance to see that in a little bit, but we've got some other people playing with us in this scenario today. Playing the red faction, or the Dread Pirates, is Ryan Taylorton from Firaxis' marketing team. He's the guy who makes all the really great first look videos that you guys have seen over the years. Ryan is playing as the Dread Pirates. He's enjoyed this scenario quite a bit. In the blue faction is Anton Strenger, who has taken a step back from his usual spot as our guest on the live stream to play in multiplayer this time. He's playing as the Privateers. The Privateers get a colonial power as their patron, which means they can use their ports and won't be attacked as they go near them. And they also have the ability to convert enemy ships over to their friendly faction. And then finally, we have Albert Briggs from Firaxis QA, one of Carl's cohort. He is playing as the Swashbucklers, and the Swashbucklers get additional score for traveling around the map, and they get a special movement bonus that they can use every few turns. So we'll hopefully get a chance to see some of these abilities as we go through the scenario today. So Carl, as the Hoarders, what is your preferred strategy for playing this as a faction?
So it's just about any of the factions. You want to try to capture other ships, and you can do that by weakening them first, and then while adjacent, you send a boarding party onto the ship. You can see down here that I have a crew of 1. You can get additional crew by visiting taverns at any city. This button, or this icon right here, says that this tavern can be visited. After you visit a tavern, there is a cooldown before it can be visited again. You have to be adjacent to the city center to do that, which I'll do here in a minute, but I'm going to pillage this this trade route first. You want to try to get as many ships as possible in your fleet, especially as the Hoarders who have reduced unit maintenance, because that allows you to do more pirating actions. Combat is worth points. As we saw there, I got attacked by the city, and that gave me 1 fighting point. Getting treasure is worth points. All different kinds of activities in this mode will earn you those points. So I don't mind letting the city attack me here. I'm going to go ahead and do that visit a tavern, which increased my crew to 2, so now I can capture 2 ships. Sending a shore party on shore to bury treasure or attack from land will also reduce my crew. You can see that this gave me an additional treasure map. Every single time you visit a tavern, you will get at least 1 treasure map. So somewhere over in this area there is treasure. I might have to send a shore party up onto land to find it.
So that might be risky this early in the game because, you know, that's a crew that you don't have on hand to potentially take a ship to add to your fleet. So there's some choices that you're going to have to make about this. So what happens if you're able to completely reduce the defenses of a city like the French city you're facing there?
Yeah, that's a great question. You see this other icon here. It says this city is ripe for the harvest. If I were to reduce this city all the way down, its walls all the way down, and then deal damage to the city itself, I will pillage the city. It immediately gets all its walls and health back, but the city cannot be pillaged again for points for a little bit of a cooldown. However, I'm not going to sit there and slug it out. I need to get some ships, so I'm going to go sail off somewhere. I think we're going to go around this way.
I think that's a good plan.
There we go.
And if,
some trading
nothing
ships.
Else. So I noticed you've got a pretty good vision range as well, too. So all of the player pirate ships basically get better visibility, or a better vision range than their opponents do, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yes, that is right. So the pirate players can see a little further than the colonial powers. So if you need to book it because you're getting overwhelmed, you can try to get out of their visibility range and hopefully not get overwhelmed.
Okay. First of all, I love the way this map looks. There's a lot that the art team did to kind of to dress this up. So, for example, they put the decorative stone heads from La Venta are all over the place. You'll see them interspersed throughout the jungle. They don't do anything, but they just kind of look cool. You'll also see parrots around the jungle. We've got some beautiful ocean for things. The art team really had a good time with this, didn't they, Bradley?
Yes, they did. You'll also notice that each relic you discover has new art for it, and our artists were very excited about making that custom visibilities for the scenario. So,
all right, Carl, if you want to risk going a little bit farther west. Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, I'm going to grab this ship first, but I do have a promotion. So let me go ahead and open up our promotion tree. And this is what the promotion tree looks like for Brigantine class units in this scenario, which your flagship is. So one of the best promotions you can get is this one here, Copper Plated Hull. Allows you to attack after moving. This makes your attacks not cost movement points, and so you can attack and then move, attack and pillage, attack and heal. Healing is a little bit different in this scenario. You see that I heal 3 points every single turn, but I have 300 health total. So if you're really injured, you need to do a special action called careening. This little button here, you can only do it in shallow water, and it converts remaining movement into heal. So that is a great way to recover a lot of health, especially once you have the promotion and you can shoot and heal at the same time. Right now, I'm going to shoot this city to get a few fighting points and some XP, and then I will
pillage that merchant ship there.
Exactly, especially because I have that Jolly Roger that gets me additional gold for doing so.
Excellent. And I don't know if you want to risk it or not, but it looks like if you go a little bit farther west, you've got access to another treasure map. Do you want to try? Or
yeah,
another
I think that's a great idea.
potentially?
I should have attacked there first. I didn't know that there would be anything over here to shoot, so I should have shot the city before moving, but that's okay. It's a single point. I think we can go a turn or two without some.
So it also looks like if you look down at our mini map, you can see a yellow line coming up, and that is the route of a treasure fleet that has left a port and is setting sail for Europe. So what happens with that in the course of the game, Carl?
So treasure fleet set sail from the European powers. Clicking this notification took me to where they started, and this is where they are now. And they will sail all the way to the upper right corner, where they will sail off the map. Treasure fleets are really powerful, but worth a lot of points. I'll let Bradley talk a little bit more about them.
Yes. So the treasure fleets, they can normally consist of 2 galleons, which are the stronger, more melee-focused naval units in the scenario, and then they have 3 brigantine defenders, and they will swarm you if you try to get too close to them. We've had many a senior designer go down too early in the playtests because they went after a treasure fleet a little too early.
They got ambitious. So a question from chat is, how big is this map?
I'm not actually sure the size. I want to say it's either large or huge. I want to say that it's huge, but I don't remember exactly what the size of the map is.
Bradley, do you remember?
I don't remember offhand, but I mean, I believe this is the Caribbean map, which is based around the historical Caribbean at the time. If you've played the older Sid Meier's Pirates games, you'll notice that the ports and names and owners of the ports will all match up with what was in Sid Meier's Pirates.
Okay. And you also added a second map script that's present within this game as well, too, correct?
Yes. So we do have a Pirate Isles map script as well that you can set to different map sizes if you want, and that will just randomly generate a Caribbean-like environment for you to sail around. So if you want to have a unique sail every time, you can use that map script.
And that's a little bit more balanced in terms of the colonial powers and the cities are randomly located, but all that stuff, correct?
Yes, they're more evenly distributed than they are on this.
Okay, very good. All right, so Carl's going to continue to sail around for a little bit here. The Jolly Roger giving him extra treasure with this, and with his hoarder's ability to gain interest on that, you're actually netting quite a bit of money every turn.
Yeah, I am. Currently 43 total, but after my unit maintenance, it's 37 right now, and that's just going to keep going up as I keep earning money. Unfortunately, I've not found any other ships to capture yet. We're going to keep sailing around to see what we find. Eventually, we will certainly come across something. More and more spawn over the course of the match. And every single ship that you have obviously adds to your unit maintenance. It's something that you need to keep a close eye on, because if you ever run out of gold, you will lose the game. This crew morale is equated to your gold. You have to pay your crew, and if you're not paying your crew, they're going to leave you. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
This and other management tips are available for free for anybody who plays the scenario. So I do want to say that this is a multiplayer scenario. We are playing with our team here at Firaxis, but it's also possible that you can play this as a single player scenario with just AI, other players. It's just human beings will give you a more robust challenge than the AI will. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so if you look in the upper right, you can actually see the score for the scenario so far. And looking at it, it's looking like Ryan Taylorton, who's in red, he's gotten quite a bit of fighting going on. Looks like he's gotten 40 points worth of fighting. But the real runaway right now is actually he's catching up quite a bit with Albert. Ooh, the Bonnie brace of pistols. So this is a fun relic for especially for guys who like to fight, because it gives you an additional attack. We were doing a test game the other day, and Ryan, as the player who has the faction that probably most wants to get into fights, had that and some other relic bonuses that were making him quite the opponent. How does your relic set sort of change the way you might play a faction, Carl?
It has a pretty big impact on how you play. There are different relics that are better for certain factions. Like you were just saying, the Bonnie Brace of Pistols is really good for the Dread Pirates who want to do a lot of fighting. Hey, there we go, some more ships. Let's go capture them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. The fighting relics are really good for the Dread Pirates. There's a whole bunch of gold relics, ones that add interest on gold reserves, just flat gold per turn, reduce unit payments. Those kind of things are really good for the hoarders like me. I happen to have a movement bonus one that would be really good for the swashbucklers equipped right now. So you can get a really great set of relics that complements your style of play with the faction that you're using. Or you might end up not getting things that complement you. You sort of have to try to work around that, because it can really have a significant impact on the gameplay itself.
Yeah. So you just captured that brigantine. It cost you a crew to do it, and now...
Oh, I lost it right away.
There it goes.
Brutal. Brutal.
So I'm going to have to try to capture this one, and then we'll come over to whatever this city is, visit the port, and replenish my crew some. Oh, there's another player here. Ahoy, Anton. It looks like you are damaged a little bit. Been doing some fighting, have you?
So we'll wait for him to respond. Oh,
fighting a lot, he says. Well,
he has actually. Well, not as much as Ryan with 61, but he's certainly been putting it in there.
This ship is mine, so I would appreciate it if you steered clear of it. Yeah, this one over here. I'm gonna take it, and now I outnumber you and have more health. So just keep that in mind.
So let's just to make your intention totally clear. I do want to let everybody know that this scenario is available not just for PC, but it's also available on the Switch and the other consoles as well too. So make sure you check it out if you're playing it on one of the consoles. It's definitely a lot of fun to play. So it looks like that Buccaneer camp sort of spawned an extra enemy ship. Do you have enough crew to be able to take that as well too, or
I do. I
not?
have one more crew, so I am going to do my free attacks here. The Bonnie Brace of Pistols makes it so that all ships can attack without using movement points. So I get my 2 free attacks out of the ship, and then I will careen to replenish its health. And then I'll come down here with this. Needs one more shot, it looks like.
Oh, and you've got a promotion on your brigantine too.
I do. I just got it, I think.
Okay.
There it is, promotion available, and now I can capture this.
Can you rename the brigantine?
Not yet. I still have to do the promotion.
Oh, not yet. You got to do next turn. Okay. So next turn, that'll be good.
All right. So I'm gonna come up here, be ready to pillage. Oh, another pirate ship.
Oh, and there he is. Oh,
hello.
Look at that.
This is Albert.
Yeah. Albert must be using his... Oh, so you just locked him in place.
I did. I used my special ability to lock him down, I'm going to get exploding shot, and then we'll rename. And you were telling me to always take the first name that the game gives you because that's good luck. I really like this name, the Black Armada. That sounds
I'm telling you.
awesome.
I think that's a good choice.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
So we're going to take that. We will come down here and get rid of this Buccaneer camp and careen with this ship. Now, Albert, I'm going to let you be because I don't want to be a bully. I need to get some more crew. There's some things that I have to do. But I have 3 ships here, and you have 1. So I'm just going to, just point that out to you.
Fair warning.
Be on your Bonnie way.
It's also possible that he is trying to explore the map to maximize his points as the swashbuckler.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's in his best interest to just keep on sailing.
I am shocked though that you nailed him in place. I mean, that could be really bad if there were a fleet to suddenly. Ooh, here we go. Oh, this is perfect for you.
So the increased maintenance cancels out with my reduced maintenance, but the interest stacks. So yeah, we definitely want that. I'm going to go ahead and put that on this one and get rid of my bonus movement.
Wow.
Parlay. You want to parlay. We can do that. I think parlay is fine, but I like winning too. So I'm going to chain shot you in place again.
Oh my goodness. You're just going to... Wow, that's really... So now he would have to use his special ability to sort of break loose from your chain shot if he wanted to do that, which would mean that was going to be on cooldown too.
Yes. So he gets Tack into the Wind, which gives him bonus movement points, and since chain shot removes all movement points, that would replenish the points that he has, or at least add to what he has. So he could sail away with that, but it looks like it's probably on recharge.
And you're just gonna keep plundering these ships around. Oh,
oh
dear.
Oh no.
Oh,
we're gonna.
The dread pirate. Oh,
okay, Albert. I will stop chain shotting you if you help me with this new threat from down south here.
Okay, so just for everybody who missed that real quick, we saw the fleet of Ryan Taylorton, who is sailing roughly in our direction and, picking a fight with a guy who's already up on score and up on ships and up on fighting. It looks like he's already got a whopping 83 fighting points, contrasted with us, who are at 85. Now, his special ability, Walk the Plank, actually gives him a bonus, kind of removing weakened ships and improving the fighting skills of all of the surrounding ones. And Ryan is he has proven to be a pretty ruthless foe, so it'll be interesting to see how this turns out over the next few turns.
He says he's sailing for Santiago, but I hate to break it to him. I'm already working on Santiago.
Uh-oh.
Well, do you want to risk trying to fight the Dread Pirate to get Santiago?
Oh, you chain shotted him in place, so now he's stuck. Or his flagship is stuck. Which means you get the chance to kind of come in and fight more against Santiago there. Going to be able to get it this turn? It's going to be pretty close.
No, I don't think this turn. Oh, and Albert opened fire. Albert,
what are the parlays?
What happened? I thought we had a deal.
Well, it's more like guidelines.
That's true. Never trust a pirate. I'm going to. It looks like Ryan is heading down to Port Royale instead. We're gonna let him do that. I'm gonna get the heck out of Dodge with this ship.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't get stuck in a hard place with that.
And he took
Can you get one more shot in on Santiago before you go? Oh, looks like that's going to do it for you. I hope.
Not quite.
Well, make sure you get the last hit.
That Bonnie brace of pistols is doing you a lot of good there. There you go.
All right. So we took that. It It heals. We get 15 infamous pirate points, 500 treasure. So that was a really good gain for us. And we're gonna do some plundering here. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the city again. I won't be able to recapture it that quickly, but I do get the fighting points. Yeah, so I want to go ahead and at least get my free shots in since it costs no movement. Albert, I'm sailing your direction, but I'm not coming for you. I see that there's a treasure fleet right to your east, and I would love to capture that. So you keep exploring the map and getting your free exploration points, and I'm going to go with my larger fleet and take that on. Let's show the crowd what it looks like.
That's quite a bold. You know, you could parlay with him, and maybe you could take one galleon and he could take another one. You know, having his flagship as part of your fighting force might be a good punch to add to it.
Yeah, that's true. If you wanted to do that, I would be okay. See how things go for right now, but it looks like he's sailing north, and he might stay that direction. We'll see.
Well, you know what? It's turn 33, so the support fleets are going to start getting pretty strong at this point. So. And then I guess, Bradley, this is for you. All of these things that are happening, treasure fleets setting sail, you know, merchant fleets setting out from different ports, that's not anything you have hard-coded into the game. That's all just being generally kind of randomly generated from turn to turn, correct?
Yes, right. It is all randomly generated. Every time you play, the colonial powers will randomly declare war and peace with each other. And when they do that, they'll be focusing on each other instead of you, so you may be able to take advantage of the situation. Looking at the notifications, I don't see any wars being declared right now, but we do have to be careful for Anton because he's probably running around the map giving a lot of captured ships to his patron, which I'm not quite sure which person he is patronized with, but that should be interesting.
And that's one thing you won't know who the privateer is patron. Oh, he sails for England. Oh, okay. So now, if we didn't know that, if he didn't tell us that, we would have to find that out for ourselves one way or the other.
Right.
Oh, so talk about what these red and black circles are right here. Infamous pirate spotted.
Sure, those are infamous pirates that are taken from the annals of history. If you are a fan of Sid Meier's Pirates, you will notice that they have a lot of overlap between which infamous pirates sailed the seas. So if you go over and fight and sink one of those ships, you will get a gaggle of infamous pirates points for your player. And but you do have to be careful. They're kind of powerful, just like your ships are powerful.
So you're going to try to take one on, Carl, or are you just going to...
If we get the opportunity, I really want to go for this treasure fleet first. I need to get some gold under my belt to add to my reserves for my interest. I'm making 194 per turn right now, but that can go up, and those treasure fleets do have a lot of gold in them, so I'd really like to capture that. And then it looks like there's 3 of them total up here. So let's see, 1, 2, yeah, there's 3 of them up there. So hopefully I could get up and maybe take one on after that.
I will say, Carl, you're the only person in the world who would be up 3,000 gold and be like, you know what I really need is more money.
Yeah, well, it's true. Burying gold gives you a lot of points later on in the game, but it takes 600 gold each time you do it. So I want to try to get as much as possible so I can bury more.
All right.
I'm going to let this ship do the attacking, try to get some XP on it.
Well, when you bury those treasure, when you bury your treasure, other players can come along and they can pillage your treasure, your buried treasure, and you will lose all your score associated with that buried treasure. So you do have to be careful about when you start burying treasure and where you bury your treasure, because other players might notice. We have definitely known that just burying your treasure along the coastline for another pirate to accidentally discover is probably not a wise career choice.
No, that's a terrible decision. Ooh, there they are. So that looks like that's the escort.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this gives you a general idea of where they are, but the ships can be sort of anywhere in this general vicinity, and you'll actually see individual ships break off and go do their own thing sometimes as they react to what's around them. So as they try to get away from cities or other fleets, they will move about. So it could be that the treasure ships are anywhere around here or even further down the path. This is just where the bulk of the fleet is.
Oh, that's funny. So somebody has suggested that we need to add a pirate civ that's made up of all the governor's daughters from the original pirates out to get their revenge for having their hearts broken. I'm happy to say that the Sid Meier's pirates that I played monogamously and never had side candy in many ports. So I endorse this, but Bradley, you can add that to the list of suggestions for the scenario.
Okay.
Perfect
Ooh.
for taking on this treasure fleet. We just got crack cannons, which gives me an additional range and more combat strength. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that. I've not been going after very many trade ships recently, so we're going to swap that out.
Now that's a pretty devastating combo of relics there, because you have added range and additional attacks. Now, a Dread Pirate player with that could be incredibly difficult to fight, but you should be able to take on the treasure fleet now, I would think.
Yeah, I think we'll have a really good shot. And there's the galleon right there.
There's the galleon.
Zoom in on it in all its glory. Beautiful unit.
You know what? You know what would make it even more glorious?
If it was flying my colors.
If it flew your colors.
Part of the Black Armada.
I'm telling you, like, the game knows. When the random name generator gives you a name, you take it, because that's the game telling you how you're supposed to play that. Same with your units. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Wow, holy cow.
That's some damage.
Cannons make some huge differences there. That's probably enough to take it, wouldn't you think? Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, I'm just going to sink it. It's too damaged from those attacks, and I think that if I took it, then one of these treasure escorts would just sink it.
Okay. Will sinking it mean you still get the treasure?
I will still get the treasure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can sink or capture ships for the same reward.
Down it goes. All right, let's see what happens now.
So we got that. 5 fighting points in the background, 20 treasure points in the background, an additional 1 fighting point because it's a normal combat. So this relic is only when fighting Buccaneer or Infamous pirates. Buccaneers being basically the barbarians. So we're gonna pass on that because I really like what I've got going right now.
But if you ever did decide to go back after those Infamous pirates, that might be something you could swap in.
Absolutely, yes.
All right. So let's see. You might be able to hit. Oh, you gotta. Oh, you're just gonna take a parting shot at the city as you go by here.
Get that free point.
Just be careful. I mean, that's 3 brigantines right in there. They're gonna start attacking you. So
it is, yeah. So I'm going to lock down the galleon so it can't get away, and then I'm going to see if I can weaken up some of these other escort ships.
So the galleon is the strongest of the units in the scenario. They're a melee attack, but they also do the most damage. As the brigantine, you can fire from range, from 2 hexes away, or right now he can fire from 3 with the Krakens. Right. So you want to stay clear of the galleon hand to hand if you can avoid it.
And then the other unit that you control or can control are the sloops, which you'll see are the little ships sailing around. What's the advantage of having a sloop?
So the sloops are cool because they go the fastest and they ignore zone of control. They can also their attack is a ranged attack, so they can hit and run, kind of poke at other ships. But they are kind of glass cannons in that they are weaker than the other ships.
Yep. We got another question from chat. Is there a maximum number of ships that you can control at a given time? I think it's more limited by the amount of gold you can have to sort of upkeep them, correct?
Yes, right. We're playing as the Hoarders right now, so it's less of an issue with the magic of compound interest. But other pirate factions, they have to definitely be concerned about their burn rate on their gold.
All right, so Carl, you're continuing to lock down the enemy fleet there. Now you're going to pound away at the one brigantine that isn't locked in place. Are you going to try to sink it, or are you going to try to take it for your fleet as well, too?
I would like to capture it. I have some crew here, but I need to soften it up just a little bit more first. Now, because all movement points are removed from these ships, they also cannot attack, which is part of the reason I did that. I really wanted to make sure that they weren't going to be firing right back. Oh, I did that out of order. Oh, that was bad. I did not get my attacks in with this ship. That could be problematic.
Yeah. Uh-oh. So, got another question from chat, and Bradley, maybe you can answer this one. Are the relics unique, and can they be captured off other players if they are unique?
They are not unique, so you can actually have multiple versions of the same relic across multiple players. So you don't need to worry about capturing them off other players as such.
Cool. So we could... Oh, you get to name another ship. Ah, it's getting away. It's very slowly getting away.
Yeah, we are faster than it, so I'm not terribly concerned. Let's go ahead and name this unit the Orphan Shark.
How awesome is that?
That is, it is a cool name.
And that's the ship that was off by itself. I'm telling you, the game knows. The game knows what you should name your ships. So have you still got crew on your flagship?
I have
three
one,
or two.
yeah.
Okay, so...
It looks like the treasure fleet galleon decided to leave its guards behind.
Well,
yeah.
I knew it
for
was
the better part
outnumbered.
of valor.
Yeah.
All right,
Cowards.
so I'm not going to capture first. I'm going to shoot first.
Shoot
I
the
have
other
two
one.
crew. I have two crew. Ooh.
Shoot the other one.
Yeah, I might just have to sink the other one. I need to save that last crew.
Yeah, and sink the guy who's... I'll sink somebody. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Take a shot here. There we go.
Nice. Very good.
Okay, this... When there are multiple trade ships on a single tile, you can pillage them all at the same time. So we're going to do that, because that's hard to pass up.
And you're going to send the Orphan Shark back after the... There you go. There you go. This is great. Is that a cache treasure on that island, or is that just deco?
I don't know. So this will give me a chance to get an additional treasure map when visiting a tavern. Remember, we usually get one. This will give me potentially a second one. And we're going to go ahead and leave what we have. I really like this setup. I think it's been pillaged. That's been pillaged.
Rats.
I think we're going to send 2 of our ships up to try to take on the Dread Pirate up there, or the Infamous Pirate up there, and we're going to send everything else over to take out one of these treasure fleets.
Now, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that it's turn 38, and you might want to start thinking about burying some treasure first.
Yes.
And then
so
here comes another treasure fleet.
I did have 1 crew left on my flagship. So
I'm gonna...
That's what we'll do.
I don't know if you want to pursue that Dread Pirate or take advantage of this, treasure fleet that's basically sailing into your teeth.
We are going to do both, Pete. We will do both.
Why not both? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So that brig is ready for promotion too. There you go.
And And we do get that for free right now, so it's kind of a burn promotion. But I'm trying to get to that second one that gives us plus 10 combat strength against ships, and then also the next one down, which is another free attack. So when you have that with the Bonnie Abrasive Pistols, you do get 3 attacks, which is huge.
Yeah. All right, and there's one of the little sloops that if we were interested in adding that to our fleet, that would be one that we could potentially capture, but I don't think you need it.
I also don't think I've got the crew for it, unfortunately. There's just one left here, and I didn't pick up crew on any of my other ships. You can do so. You can visit taverns with any ship and get crew with any ship, but I don't know that that we've got the space for it right now.
Okay.
So I'm sending this. This is our shore party sitting there. Oh, and there's some of the parrots we
and
were
there's
talking
some parrots.
about.
Yep.
So we're going to send these guys on shore to try to bury some treasure for us now that we are in the last third of the game here.
I think a larger island is a good choice, because if you put the treasure on the coast,
And then
another player can coastal raid it.
Right.
ooh.
We're about to do
That's
some
kinda what you
fighting
want
here,
there.
so I think that that's going to be advantageous.
Yeah, I would think so. So this has been working out pretty well for you. You've been able to accumulate quite a bit of gold. We're in the final third of the game, roughly. Looks like the gods of piracy have smiled upon you, and you've gotten some good breaks going so far.
Yeah, some really great relic choices. It started out a little bit slow with not very many ships on the horizon, but it's definitely pulled out.
So I just got a message on the side from Anton. Playing as the privateers, he says the part of the ocean that he's in, he can't find any ships to capture. So despite having the illegal sanction of his patron in England, he can't he can't convert any ships for them, which is really costing him. So
I've had that situation where you end up you'll be playing the privateers, and the only ships nearby will be your patron ships, and so you can't attack or pillage or anything, and that can be really rough too.
Yeah. Oh, there's the galleon closing up with you, and don't want to take too many hits like
broadside
that.
at close range. That hurt. That was like 50% damage right there.
Yeah.
And I have all these combat bonuses on it. Still dealt that much damage.
Yeah. I mean, treasure fleets are not pushovers, and their escorts make them tough too. So you can't underestimate them.
Speaking of their escorts, let's lock that one down.
Yeah, good idea. And Ryan Taylorson playing as the Dread Pirates in red. He's probably our next closest competition. I know Ryan's usual MO is to sort of sail around the Caribbean fighting everybody who crosses his path. So
and
you
he's
got
doing
the
a good job.
treasure.
He's got 155 points there.
Yeah.
So
Well,
this
he
is
just
a
likes
cool relic
points,
I want to talk about real quick. The English pointer figurehead. So this senses every ship within 20 hexes, and it puts these little ship icons on the map with an arrow pointing to where they are. So it's a lot of fun, especially for the situation that like Anton is in right now. He could use that to try to find the next ship. We've got this awesome loadout right now, so we're not going to equip it. Yeah, well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a run for your money now, Ryan. He wants to keel haul me.
Yeah. That's you'll have to get your revenge another day. All right, so what's your order for this? So this is the brigantine. This is 50%.
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to attack the galleon first, I think, because this guy needs to heal. He's got a promotion available that we'll use, but I need to see where the attacks need to be dealt first. Here is a escort fleet. So this is what you're talking about. The later into the scenario it gets, the stronger the escorts get, because it compensates for you having a larger fleet and for the promotions that you have on your flagship. So this is a really strong unit that I'm very wary of right now. If I were to capture this, it turns into a single brigantine. You do not get the actual fleet. But I could capture it, just as like I could capture this galleon if I had the crew.
Yeah. So somebody's asked, can you swap out relics at your leisure, or do you have to pay or acquire new ones first, like the social policy cards in Civ 6? No, every turn you can swap them out if you want to. There's that button in the upper left corner. You click that, and you can change your relics around if you want to. It's that relics button right there.
Yep, I can swap them out as I wish. I did just get reduced maintenance, and cursed pieces of 8 is increasing maintenance. So that's something to think about. But I'm really liking this extra attack.
I was going to say, with as much fighting as you've been doing with the crack cannons, like you're already up, way up on gold from.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
actually,
think we're
Ryan's
probably
sneaking
good
up on
there.
you. Ryan's sneaking up. Oh no, he's not. I'm sorry. That's a 7, not a 1.
Well, he's still ahead of us in fighting points, so we need to go after the that infamous pirate up there and try to get those points.
Okay.
You may want to deploy your shore party and start burying treasure.
The shore party is deployed.
Oh.
We will be burying some treasure with them shortly.
Take your shots. Take your promotion. That'll be good. Can you pillage? Oh, you're on a.
I cannot both do the promotion and plunder. Those are both turn-ending actions.
Aw.
So
that's all right.
I'm going to take the promotion and the healing that goes with it.
Yeah, I would. I'm
out of attacks there. Oh, there's.
Ooh.
I think this is another. So there's 2 treasure fleets right there. One of them is clearly the one I just sank, but I think there's another one, and that is tempting but dangerous. I also could use some more crew. 5 turns there, so we're gonna come this way, I think. But I'm gonna delay a minute.
Okay.
All right, and then these guys are coming up to try to take out that infamous pirate. There is a treasure fleet, but it is way back here, so I don't have to worry about it quite yet.
Yep. And those treasure fleet route marks update each turn, so you'll know what the treasure fleet's intention is. So that's useful to know as well too.
Right, as do the infamous
Bradley,
pirate
when you guys
locations.
Yep. Bradley, when you were designing this scenario, how did you guys kind of settle on what the point values for the different pirate thingies you could do were going to be? Was it just trial and error? Or did you what changed a lot during the development?
I would say my design philosophy on that was to try to make sure that every activity that you can do results in some level of points, so that players can have different play styles based on how they want to play the scenario. Like right now, we're kind of doing the hoarder, gaining a lot of gold route, but we also want to have combat or exploration also result in a satisfying score. From a balancing standpoint, we just played lots of play tests and just tweak things up and down based on that feedback.
Very good. And that's it. Down goes the fleet. Nicely done, Carl.
Thank you.
Okay. Sink that other guy too. Or
yeah, we're gonna attack them, and then that other treasure fleet looks like they've rerouted a little bit, so they're there now, and we'll come down to the Spanish city, get some crew, maybe start another shore party going.
Mm-hmm.
I want to attack this with this ship so I can get rid of that zone of control. Give me some better movement.
Oh, I didn't think that was going to sink it. That was a pretty good hit.
Yeah, it was.
Somebody's asked, can the Buccaneers, the barbarian pirates, can they plunder your buried treasure? Bradley, I guess that's a question for you. Will the Buccaneers go after your buried treasure?
They will not.
They fear you too much.
Yes, that's right. I mean, your reputation alone won't even take treasure sitting in front of them.
So I will tell you that there's a possibility that the other players in the game can learn where your treasure is situated. So if you bury something too early, it's possible that somebody might get a treasure map to the location of your treasure and in which case, as Carl was saying earlier today, your score goes down and their score goes up, and that is sad.
It could also lead, if you're not careful, it could accidentally lead them to all of your buried treasure, and that would probably be a bad result for you.
Yeah, because you tend to bury treasure a lot in a single area, and when they visit the tavern, the treasure map that they get could be to your treasure, and like Bradley's saying, it'll reveal just a single one showing up like that can lead them to that field.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I moved inward there, I moved inland past this line of jungle, is so that it hides the treasure from line of sight. So even if they've revealed the tile before, it should stay in gray fog, mid fog, until they get too close to it. So if they're just sailing by, they won't know that that's there. So the further inland you can go, the better. Do not plant or bury treasure along coastline because it can be coastal pillaged. And if you do it on this first line of trees, then they'll definitely see it. Just send a shore party ashore, pick it up, and then the shore party can actually rejoin the ship, giving you the crew back.
Yes. There's another question. Can a shore party recruit from the city? Oh, look, it's Albert again. Sorry, can a shore party recruit from a city?
That's a good question. A shore party cannot visit taverns. As a
Not an answer.
game
They
rule.
can't. Yeah. All right. So, Roche Brasiliano is going down. It looks like Albert's got him pretty much tapped out.
We're not gonna be able to snag those points, unfortunately. So we're going to go sail someplace else. Where's a good spot? We'll go this way.
So if we see Roche get sunk, if you look at the purple player, that first line there, Dread Pirate Points, you'll see that shoot up because they'll have that number will increase because they are sinking an infamous pirate. Oh man, is that a new treasure fleet or was that one of the ones that was there? Oh no, that was the one we were kind of tracking.
Yeah, I think. Well, there might have been a third one. I wasn't paying that close attention to their routes. So it could have been a different third one, and that the two that I was talking about were like half and half fleets that were left over, and I wiped them both out. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
Yeah.
Before I do anything else, I want to come back up and get these guys a little further away from Albert, because that was his flagship. Uh-oh.
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 Ryan has found a treasure map to my buried treasure. You stay away from that treasure. That's my treasure.
He did that to me too. He'll do it. He'll do it to you. He will come and he will steal your treasure.
Well, that's unfortunate because I think that was your only buried treasure, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediately
like the
found
next turn.
it.
Oh man. People can't keep secrets. You know who don't tell tales? Dead men.
It's true. But I didn't feel like tangling with him that early on. We both were... I had some ships, but he had some ships. I don't know who would have come out ahead in that fight.
No, he had a pretty solid battle line that was sailing up towards you. I think that was before you kind of got your feet underneath you, as it were. So yeah, that's dangerous. That would be terrible if he were to pillage your treasure.
He's got to sail all the way to it. So even if he's found it, he could be pretty far away. I don't actually know where he is in relation to it. Oh wow, another treasure fleet just spawned.
Two more
from over here. It looks like this fleet is actually having to backtrack for some reason. So there might be something over here that's forcing them to change their positioning some. Maybe if it's we can't tell which nation it is. So it's possible that England is with their ships here is forcing some different tactics.
You know, that brigantine can get a name now too. You have to name it. You have to name it. If you don't, it's unlucky.
Terrible.
The terrible redoubtable. Yes.
Just rolling great names there.
Yeah,
I know.
It really has been good names.
What was your one?
Spanish ships.
Yeah. What was your one the other day? The Great Whale.
The Great Whale.
That was a good one too.
one.
Yeah.
All right, no visibility, so I'm going to take the pillage.
Somebody suggests there should be a Bermuda Triangle in this game mode. Bradley, get on it.
Okay.
So I want to remind everybody that this scenario that we're showing off today, the pirate scenario, is going to be available on all of the platforms that we have. So it's not just for PC, it's also on the consoles and Switch. So if you are playing Civilization on one of those, this will be available to you for free coming out tomorrow. So it's very exciting.
Ryan says that the treasure fleet that just spawned ambushed him. So now I know that he is down in this area somehow, or somewhere, excuse me. But when treasure fleets spawn, they spawn all their units at once. So 3 escort ships and 2 treasure galleons all at one time. And at this late in the game, at least one of those escort ships is going to be a fleet. So however many ships he just had, all of them just came right out of the port straight at him. That can sink a player early on. We actually have had that happen a couple of times just during our practice for this stream. We had players get sunk because a treasure fleet just popped right out while they were visiting the tavern trying to get some crew early on. So it's something you really have to watch for.
So it's a little bit of a risk and a reward situation. So what Carl's been doing, he lost some good men and a galleon. Ooh. Galleons are really nice, if for no other reason than they can just kind of tank stuff, and then you can have your brigs kind of shoot it up a little bit too. There's a Dutch man of war, it looks like. Yeah. So so Carl was shooting at some cities as he was going by to collect crew, but you could be there trying to farm fighting points and suddenly find yourself with a bigger fight than you had intended to. So are you going to go after that?
Be good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, are you going to go after this dread pirate who's down here?
Absolutely, we are, and that Dutch fleet, which I'm pretty sure that is this treasure fleet. They sailed this way. I'm not quite sure what it is that they're doing, but they're definitely reacting to something. They might be reacting to me at this point. Yeah, there's the galleons. They might be seeing my ships over here and going, well, we're going to go a different way. Because they can sail, they can reroute themselves. They'll sail around islands and things like that. So that might be what they're trying to do here.
Interesting. It might be the dread pirate, too. If that was in the area, they could have been trying to get around him.
Yeah, coming to rescue this escort ship, perhaps. I'm going to forego plundering that right there in favor of trying to get over here as fast as possible to take out all of this at once.
So we had another question from chat, which is whether or not you have to have any of the expansions for Civ 6 to play this scenario. No, you do not. And it's free for everybody who owns Civilization 6.
I think we have an animation queue up here somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. That happens occasionally.
Yeah. We're just going to move to a different tile. It also might be because there's a resource there.
That's probably it. Man, getting the Jolly Roger early on in the games like paid dividends for you.
Well, it did early. I don't actually have it equipped anymore, so it's not doing as much work for me now. But yes, it definitely was for a while there. You normally get 1 treasure point and 50 gold for pillaging these, and the Jolly Roger doubles that. But these are the only ships I'm really actively pillaging trade routes with. The rest of them are doing all this fighting. All right, there's the Steed Bonnet
going on down there too. Yep, and looks like he's trying to take the treasure fleet. You could kick it out from underneath him.
That's the goal.
Leave him a disappointed man.
Actually, let's see here. I want to attack this, I think.
So we got another question from chat. What is the ability that looks like the 3 flaming cannonballs on the Black Armada's action bar down there?
This is Coastal Raid. So if I were to come up to like this
Buccaneer Camp.
Buccaneer Camp, I could coastal raid it. You can do that with improvements that are in cities as well, and they're worth a decent number of points and gold for doing that.
You gonna get one more shot in? Oh no, you're gonna take up.
Yeah, this guy's not gonna be in
Buccaneers.
range to actually hit anything. So we're gonna pillage. This has one more shot.
Hit that most wounded one to the south there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. With a groan of timbers.
Okay, so here's
Great.
the straight gold. If I had gotten this early on, we would be doing very, very well right now. This is a fantastic relic for hoarders. I just like this particular loadout too much to swap out, and we're too late in the game to get a ton of use out of it. But if you get crates of rum and cursed lucky pieces of 8 and something like singing topman as hoarders early on, yeah, you can have a really fantastic game. I've gotten over 1,000 gold per turn in the interest, and then you send up multiple shore parties and are just burying treasure left and right. It's a lot of fun.
That I have never had that level of luck. I'm a little bit jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's just like the Dread Pirates getting crack cannons and brace of pistols and flaming cannon shot all at the same time, kind of thing.
I guess so. I guess so. All right, you're gonna put him there so he doesn't move.
Yeah, we do not want that. So here's another treasure ship.
See what comes through this time.
Very nice.
Lone's cutlery. Excellent.
Gold based on the combat strength of defeated units.
I think you're better off with what you have. I mean, it's like at this point with the amount of fighting you're doing.
Oh no! Albert! Get out of here!
Chase him off!
Let's see if I can bury now. Nope, still not because of the resource. Get out of here!
Limited visibility looks like it worked against you this time.
It is you. That's your unit, Albert. All right, we need to send somebody.
Brutal.
We need to send somebody over to help deal with that.
I was gonna say, where's the orphan shark? Send the orphan shark.
Orphan shark is way up by Cuba.
Oh no! Your delicious treasure. Well,
It's still delicious, just not for me.
take the promotion. Name the ship. The Partisan Revenge. I'm telling you, it knows. It knows.
That's pretty spooky for that amount of luck he's having this game.
I'm telling you, it's you let the game tell you what the ship's name is.
I have heard that it's a little bit of a spooky month.
A little bit.
And there we go. The amazing flash of red and black for defeating an infamous pirate. 30 points. So
Nice.
you get additional points for sinking a ship on top of fighting the ship. So you do get, like right here, I got +5 fighting, +1 fighting. The 5 fighting is for sinking the ship. The 1 is for the combat itself. So you get a ton of points for sinking ships. It's really worth it.
Yeah. So somebody has asked, is there quick movement and combat in this scenario like in Civ 5? There is. We've turned it off because the art team did such a fantastic job with the assets for this. We really wanted to show it off to everybody. But yeah, you can turn quick movement and quick combat on and zip right through the scenario if you want. And it looks like Ryan is asking for truce with Anton. I wonder if he was that badly mauled by the treasure fleet.
Oh no! Oh no, Albert! Get out of here!
He's after your gold. Your precious gold.
Look at that beautiful stack. Oh, so you can do 2 at a time, and then I'll have to do it again for the third one. The game does prevent you a little bit from stacking up too much, but still, it's very advantageous.
Oh no, they formed an accord. This is terrible. Albert's after your gold. The privateers and the dread pirates are teaming up.
This is the kind of gold that you get in a hoarders game. This is what I like to see.
There's 14 turns left. So somebody has asked, is this a random map? No, this particular map is the Light Trident.
Yeah, it's
what a great name.
It's great.
Yeah, no, this map is based on the historical Caribbean. If you've played Sid Meier's Pirates, it will look a little bit familiar to you. We do have a random map script called Pirate Isles that you play that balances out both the number of cities for each faction and generates a set of islands for you as well too. So,
Ooh,
oh,
that was a devastating
40 treasure
loss.
points there.
Oh, I'm sick. I'm disappointed. Well, we'll have to bury some other treasure somewhere else. And or sink all of their ships. Why not?
I think Carl is going to have to pick up some more crew before he'll be able to bury more treasure.
Yes, I will. So I've got this one coming over to Santo Domingo here to try to take care of that. There's a treasure fleet on its way. So I'll send this way.
Could you maybe move your shore party onto your treasure and dig in?
That's what he's doing.
He's doing that already?
Camped
Okay.
out, but I don't know how long that's going to last.
I think he brought more pirates to the party.
Albert says, oh, the lucky pieces of 8. Yeah.
That's been some pretty fertile English plundering over there.
Yes, it
Yeah, I was
has.
going to say.
You've been lucky they haven't built a response fleet.
Will they do that if you're attacking your port too much? Will it generate defenders?
Yes, but it is dynamic, so it's a little hard. I mean, you can't guarantee your response at a given bit, so you got to push your luck.
Nice. Sack of Luthra there. And you also got a relic for visiting that tavern. You got the flaming skull shot for that as well too.
Yes, you can get relics for visiting taverns. It is a random chance of getting that. There it goes. Queued up animations. And so yeah, I got lucky enough to pull one out. I'm not going to equip it because what I have is just fantastic. It's doing us great.
So you can take the light trident over to Nassau and pick up some more crew there too. It's just good business.
I mean, you're not
This
wrong.
is,
what is he doing down
yeah.
here? Oh, he's got 3.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
yeah,
good
yeah.
lord.
This is in revenge for what you did to him yesterday.
This is.
I wonder where his ships are because
They've got to be
well,
on the north side of the island.
They've got to be on the north side, yeah. And I'm just going to point out there's the little golden tile right there. I'm just going to
There it
say.
is.
And then it looks like you might have just revealed the French treasure fleet just to the south and west there.
Yep. So we're going to try to take them on.
I think you happen to have selected the right bottleneck for this particular map, and the treasure fleet can spawn this time.
Yeah, well, at this
Right by you.
stage, this is sort of like the treasure main right here. So if you try to take this spot on before you've beefed up enough and have enough of a fleet, you can get dragged pretty hard. Keel hauled.
Keel hauled. Yeah, it's for sure. For sure. I know what I'd do.
Let's see.
Nice. Very good.
It's going well.
I think the English are going to be spending a lot of money. They're going to be making a lot of claims against their insurance on those merchant ships you've been pillaging.
I don't know if you knew it or not, but for most maritime shipping now, acts of piracy are not covered by insurance.
Oh my gosh, Albert, where's the fleet the shore party's coming from? It's ridiculous.
It's a shore party, and everyone's invited.
Yeah, he's got that.
Yeah. Well. Oh no! And there's Ryan.
Yeah, that's a hotly contested spot. Oh look, he's helping. Thank you for the assist.
I don't know that he's intending to assist you necessarily. I mean, he could just go in and maul you just as easily.
It looks like he might have Krakens too, because he's firing at extreme range.
Yeah. All right.
Fortunately, it looks like Ryan may have already poached the treasure fleet because the treasure fleet path disappeared.
Yeah, he was saying in chat that he got it.
Oh.
Well, you did get the last escort though, so you still got the credit, the fighting credits for that.
That is true.
Oh, Ryan says just providing cover for my shore party. Like, oh, man. Caribbean's a rough place. It's hard to be a pirate. Going down in a blaze of glory there. Aww. Aww.
Well, that's more shares for us.
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
That's okay. There's plenty of opportunities, and this is kind of why you want to have multiple fleets going. And you know, we're having a lot better luck with it today than we've had on some previous tests, which is good. Apparently, chat is singing a song about the orphan shark.
That's amazing.
I'd tell you what the song is, but I think you already know it.
Yeah.
It's already stuck in your head.
So it looks like there's a question from chat: is can shore parties gain promotions? And the answer is no. They are just standard units. They do not gain promotions.
Getting lots of relics this game. So let's take a look at the list. Got a huge list of relics here, and this is again, it's completely random. Like Pete was saying, you know, in other tests we've not been this lucky. I've gotten like 4 relics in a game before, and so you don't always have this many. This is going very well. We have a ton to select from.
I've only seen getting relic from a tavern once before too, so it was kind of amazing that you got that. It's neat to see. Oh,
Yeah,
here
it's
come the
happened
Spanish.
twice here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Carl is very good about knowing the exact size of fleet he needs to take out treasure fleets. So your mileage may vary with that. Admittedly, when you take down a treasure fleet ship, you get a guaranteed relic. So that's probably the source of a lot of our relics this time around.
Still, he's been very efficient with his deployment of forces, and I always feel like I've never... Carl, you're a lot better at this game than I am, I'll just say that.
I appreciate that. I did play this a fair amount as it was, excuse me, as it was being worked on. That was a tongue twister for me. But I can't take credit for leading that. This was actually Sean Wilson's baby this time. He did an awesome job heading things up. Oh, did you just take Santo Domingo? Oh, man. I was not fast enough on the uptake there. But Sean Wilson was our sort of primary person on this scenario, and he did a really great job. It's come together beautifully.
So the team that I work with, we had an afternoon where we played a couple of games of Pirates. Ryan was his usual warmongering self. Rebecca played as the Buccaneers, and she was all over the place. I was Hoarders. I actually, that straight that you pointed out that it's possible to get sandwiched in, I ended up sandwiched in there and did not have such a great day, but that's fine. We all learned something. That was good. Ooh, ooh, there they are. Oh, Rebecca is pointing out she was the swashbucklers. I would like to apologize to Rebecca. She was absolutely the best swashbuckler player.
Once again, I'm just trying to get 3 points here since it costs nothing to attack right now. I won't be able to attack when I move all the way down here, so I am trying to get as many points as I can in the meantime.
So it's turned 50 out of 60. We're starting to get towards the end game here. Albert is, helping himself to our stuff. But presumably that will devolve into a fight over the treasure with Ryan. That'll be fun to watch.
I hear gunfire.
I do.
Got a couple of treasures over here, probably from other players.
Yeah.
Oh, the gunfire was against my ship. I should have known that.
Oh man, look at all those escorts. Ooh, that was risky because now you can't careen all the way out in the deep water.
It
there.
is,
You
but
can
I'm
only
trying to get
careen
away, and I have a promotion, so I'm going to use the promotion here.
Oh, but the other treasure ship, haha, actually snuck its way up there.
Yeah.
The fools.
So now I can sense treasure chests if I were to equip that. So we're going to go ahead and do this promotion. That's a good one. And see my score just shooting up here in treasure because of my special ability. We're going to circle around.
Yeah. And then the best part is that's actually going to clog up that channel so those ships won't be able to zip through that little channel there.
I think I'm going to sink it.
Take it
actually.
Out. Nice.
That gave me a promotion. I'm going to stay where I am and take it. Okay. Even if I lose those ships at this point, I think it will have been... Oh, I already have buried there, I think. It will have been worth it because I have taken out that treasure fleet. And I think that's a pretty decent trade-off this late in the game. We're going to come...
I think you better go around... Yeah, go around.
We're going to get away from all of that action and go for whatever ships are in this area, as well as the cities.
Do you want to pick up that shore party?
No. He will be staying there and doing a lot of burying. Not many turns left after all.
Yeah, 51 out of 60. We're coming to the end here. This is your first sack of San Juan, isn't it? You didn't sack it once before,
Correct.
did you?
This is my first sack here.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, I'm actually doing things a little bit out of order here. I had meant to... Do something different. We're going to go backwards. Oh,
So,
hey, look at that. Another treasure fleet. Starting
oh,
way at the
that
south end of the map.
sounds like that attack on your fleet is continuing. You leave the orphan shark alone.
Oh, I'm not going for it, Ryan. Don't you worry. He says it's his fleet. Spawned way too far away from me. I was just observing.
I think Carl's going to have a hard time converting enough of the gold into buried treasure before the time limit.
Yeah, I was going to say you're going to end the game with a lot of cash on hand, but
Yes,
you
I
know
will.
that's not so bad. I mean, you'll get more points for burying it, but it's still good.
The golden bragging rights are glorious.
They are. Uh-oh, sounds like Anton's discovered a treasure fleet, possibly before he was ready for it.
Oh, right. You cannot bury inside another player's territory.
I was going to say, just going to have to be real careful.
I am
Ooh,
not taking my own
risky.
advice here because speed is
Ooh,
of the
risky.
essence.
Yeah, 8 turns left. Can you do it?
Okay.
Please don't lose the orphan shark. I'll be sad if you do. There you go.
We're going to careen there. All right, and let's do some mopping up here. I'm going to chain shot one of them so they can't attack.
It looks like that ship has a crew on it. I would suggest maybe trying to get it ashore there on that tiny island and start burying some treasure.
That is the plan, but this treasure fleet is causing some problems.
So I would move 1 tile to your southeast.
Yeah, if we
No.
go here, I can
careen.
shoot. I can careen. Well, I think I can't do both careen and shore party. I think they're both turn ending.
I'd careen, because he'll sink that guy for sure next turn.
He can't
Especially if
attack
you're
me
healed
next
up.
turn, actually, because I've chain shotted him. So I'm gonna go ahead and shore party. Oh, look at that! I can. Look at that.
Yeah, I think it just consumes 1 movement point to shore party.
Excellent.
Nothing to see here.
Right.
Move along.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be doing even better had Albert's massive shore party group not rolled right up on me.
You know, you're not suffering that badly, though.
No, no, I'm really not.
You could re-embark those guys.
I
if you
can
wanted to.
next turn, yeah.
Yeah. You can tell it's getting near the end of the game because some of your treasure, you're hardly picky with the locations that you're burying your treasure at this point.
Yeah, not much time for people to steal it.
I'm trying to figure out what part of the actual world you would be in at that point. I guess it's somewhere in the vicinity of Florida, but you've pretty much just paved the land with gold at that point.
Yes, I did. Oh, I can hit the city.
The advantage of having the crack cannons.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's worked out really well.
Yeah.
So how many turns will it be before San Juan can be pillaged again? I know it says it's not up yet.
8 turns.
Oh, just in time for the game to end.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get those free fighting points right now.
Well, you're almost double the score of the next closest person, so I would suggest maybe you don't need them per se.
You never know when someone's going to shoot up and score. We've seen it a couple of times where a player will be, not necessarily the highest, and then they'll come, they'll send a shore party group ashore like Albert's and start burying treasure, and next thing you know, they've got 1,000 points.
Ooh, I think the Dutch have had quite enough of you. They are all seriously disconverging on you.
That's okay. At this point, I can take them, I think. Yeah, it didn't hurt too bad, and I can careen after firing away.
So you're going to take on the biggest threat first, and then work on the smaller threats?
Sloop isn't as big of a threat, in my opinion, as the Brigantines. Since the Brigantines have a farther range, they can hit me. They can move around and hit me as they need to.
Mm-hmm.
This one will do the sloop.
Yeah, the sloops don't generate a zone of control either, so you can escape if that's the only guy next to you.
Wow. So with the right relics, anybody can be super, super tough.
Yeah, this guy's got the plus 10 combat strength promotion on as well, so it all just really stacks up, and you start hitting very hard.
Yep.
Doubling or tripling your number of attacks is going to do that.
That's also very true. Grab a crew out of that tavern while you're...
Yes, I remember too.
Uh-oh. Sounds like maybe Ryan pillaged one of Anton's treasures too. Ooh. No honor among thieves at all. Didn't have your name on it. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I'd have a nickel.
I think Anton's just going to have to enjoy being at the bottom of the leaderboards this time.
Yeah, some days you get the bear, and some days the bear gets you.
Yep.
Looks like the Florida Key still has that damage on it from the very beginning of this match where I started firing but never finished. Let's see if we can get some extra points out of it now.
Yeah. The kind of homecoming they didn't expect. Oh man, just mauling it. Oh, not quite.
Not quite. Next turn.
Of course, this means Ryan will show up and take it from you.
I don't think he's got anything quite close enough, but it has been his MO so far. Oh, they're shooting my shore party. That's not very nice.
No. 5 turns. Getting to the end here. There it goes.
Awesome.
Florida Keys haven't taken that much damage since spring break before COVID. Oh, man. Oh, this is the kind of thing you can only get away with when there's 5 turns left in the game.
Sack the city and get crew.
Yeah. $1,000 points for treasure. Taking your money and throwing it in a hole in the ground. I love it.
It's the best pirate retirement plan.
So 401R. Sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah,
Not
I
actually
liked
sorry.
it. I thought that was pretty good.
Oh. Sink that little sloop. Oh, now you're gonna sink a city.
I'm gonna sink the sloop with this, I think.
There he goes. How many turns do we have left? 4?
5.
5. Okay.
So Carl's doing a tactic I used to love to do in Sid Meier's Pirates, which is constantly raid these islands over here. Easy money.
It was a good strategy if you were playing as the English. That's for sure. It was that or go to Port Royal and then, you know, constantly run down to the Spanish Main, you know, intercept stuff and then run home.
Right.
This is actually a little bit of a tricky tactic in this scenario if you do it too early, because they, like you were saying, they will spawn defense fleets, and they will also sometimes spawn treasure fleets out of some of these cities here, or there's even more cities down here, and so you can end up. This is another little bit of a major thoroughfare, and you can get bottlenecked in here pretty hard, particularly because the cities create zone of control as you try to get through there, and the cities themselves have attacks, so you can get stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Bradley, somebody is asking you to create an Ace Patrol scenario, a Sid Meier's Ace Patrol scenario. I think that's a great idea.
I really liked Ace Patrol. It was a lot of fun play testing that with Sid.
I had fun with that game. That was great. And then somebody wants to know, will the year by the turn counter be changed at all? I don't know. That's something we can look at. That can probably be adjusted at some point.
Interesting fact, these pirates actually existed in 200 BC.
Is it always stuck on 200 BC?
Yeah, it's been on 250. That's fine.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of a pirate-related sea that we could say it's 250 years before sea, but I'm kind of drawing a blank on that right now.
Before cutlasses? I don't think that works.
No, I don't think that works. 200 years before cinema about pirates. I mean, that's kind of a stretch. Not gonna lie. So what was your peak gold, Carl? It was almost 16,000. You've been
Something
shoving
like
it
that,
and
yeah.
yeah. Nice.
Oh,
no!
no! Oh, no!
Oh
Get out of here!
no! He's
Oh, there's a
back.
resource there.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to play. Everybody get on the orphan truck bus.
This guy needs to heal.
Ellis is just turning into gratuitous violence up here against the Florida Keys.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they can only rebuild those walls so many times.
That's a pretty good place to careen. Oh, I'm so worried about what Albert's going to do.
Yeah, that's trouble.
Especially if, everybody got back on the bus, as it were. 3 turns left. I mean, you didn't put all of your eggs in one basket. Just, oh, go away. Go, shoo. Shoo.
Maybe he didn't see you.
Yes. We can hope.
Oh, no, he's
Oh,
there.
no, you saw him. He's totally there.
I think your valiant crew should probably fight to the last for that treasure there.
So somebody's asked, can you queue for a random match with this mode, or do you have to have friends? No, there is a queue for a Pirates game button on the menu, so you can, it'll drop you in and match make you up. And also, multiple people can choose the same pirate faction, correct? So if we wanted to have everybody be Dread Pirates, we could do that, for example.
Yes.
Right. You can also turn on the no duplicate civilizations if you want to play it, so that there's only one of each faction.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Albert, no!
Oh, your hard-earned treasure. To be fair, he's way behind in the treasure score, so.
I think it seems like some spiteful revenge is what I think.
He's already gotten one pile of treasure. You should just be happy. You should just be happy.
The real treasure was the friends we made along the way.
Sure. I suppose.
Here we go. Double shore parties. Put those guys to work.
Yeah. All right, 2 more turns. Let's see if we can finish this out quickly before all of our stuff gets taken.
I know. It's not good. Not good at all.
I would sit on top of one of those and fortify, or shoot him back. Can the game mode be played on the same device like Hot Seat? Bradley, that's a question for you. Can you play it Hot Seat mode?
Yes, you should be able to play in hot seat mode if you want.
Very good.
Oh, no!
No!
Oh, my buddy! How How on earth will I ever recover from this?
I know, I
Oh
know.
no!
Oh, what a terrible turn of events.
Oh, there's something there. Okay. Oh, it's awful. Albert, you financially ruined me.
Yeah, yeah, boy. I wonder if he knows that we're not serious. All right. One more turn after this.
Only one? Let's see if we can get Havana. That'd be a good end.
Ah. He's gonna do. Excellent. I think you might be able to get it.
Yep, I sure did.
Awesome. Oop, out of. So, Carl, why don't we just
Force end here?
skip? Yeah, yes. Because I think no matter how hard Albert pillages you, he's never going to be able to catch up here.
Yep.
But you can get another promotion on the Black Armada, which is kind of amazing. Yep.
Oh no.
Oh.
There's a treasure fleet spawn.
Oh. Oh, that was your shore party. Oh, and
Yeah,
here comes another Dutch treasure fleet. Oof.
Yeah, that shore party gave their lives so that Carl can ensure that he has as much gold as possible.
That's a lot of treasure that he put ashore. Will the tropical features be added to World Builder? That's a good question.
I don't think we were planning on that at this time, but you never know.
I'll take it to the team. See what they say. It really is gorgeous looking, and the environment team did a great job with. Oh no! But now Ryan's going to come ashore, and they're going to have a little fight over there.
Pirate scenario is a lot different than base Civilization 6 as well, and from a modification standpoint. So I'm hoping modders can look at the files we did for the scenario and maybe come up with good ideas on how they expand the game more. We do some interesting things with custom unit actions and stuff that is accessible by all the modders out there.
Well, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the modders are incredibly ingenious, and no doubt they will find a way to take advantage of it for sure. So,
yep.
And that'll be good. Well, Carl, it does look like you've run away with this one. Well done.
1,600 points from treasure. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. You know, and you did more fighting than anybody. It looks like your fighting score is 509, and Ryan, who usually kind of cranks away at it, only has 379. That's an impressive slate of running of
Here's the
fighting.
The final turn.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like Carl leads in all the score categories, actually.
I still have 3,000 gold left after all this burying treasure.
Well, it is Carl, so I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, if your QA guy isn't racking up the score, that's
Ryan tends to do very well and has beaten me in this scenario several times. So I will give him credit where credit is due.
And I do want to thank the team from Firaxis that played with us today, playing as the red team with the Dread Pirates. That was Ryan Taylorton. In blue was Anton Strenger, lead designer of the Civ 6 New Frontier Pass, giving up his hosting duties today in order to play as a multiplayer contestant. And then in purple with the Swashbucklers is Albert Briggs from Firaxis QA, also a member of the Civ team. And yeah, this has been fun, guys. This is a fun scenario. We've kept animation and combat on fully. If you put quick movement and quick action on, obviously it'll go by a little bit faster. But in just about 90 minutes, we've played through an entire scenario. So good evening's game with your friends if you wanted to. You can play it as a single player scenario. Human beings will generally be a more robust opponent than the AI, but it's fun to do that as well too, and you can sail around the Caribbean with that. Let's see what happens as we close out the game here.
We've also been talking over everything and distracting Carl, so
yeah, we've made an answer a lot of
talk
questions.
too much.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. Yeah, because you really need to plunder one more. Ooh,
look at that,
There we
Blackbeard.
go, Blackbeard.
Oh, in a galleon. He could actually maul you up pretty good if he
could, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well done, Carl.
Thank you very much.
All right. And I'd like to thank everybody who tuned into our stream today to watch the pirate scenario. Just as a reminder, this is going to be released for everybody who owns Civilization 6 starting tomorrow. Stay tuned. Watch our social media feeds for both the release time and the full patch notes for everything that's coming out in this next community update. I want to thank Carl for being our driver and our excellent guide as usual.
It was my pleasure.
And I want to thank Bradley Olson, the designer of the pirate scenario, for coming through and giving us the designer's inside look with this. Bradley, thank you.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, and I'm Pete Murray. I've been your host this afternoon. Don't forget to follow Civilization on social media. Stay tuned for more information about tomorrow's update and more information for what we have coming for the rest of this year. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.